Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jill Duggar sat alone in the nursery, the soft blue walls echoing with silence. The mobile above the crib turned gently in the breeze from the open window, its soft chimes the only sound in the room. The room had been filled with hope once. Tiny clothes folded neatly in drawers, picture books lined up on a shelf, and a blanket with the name Arlo stitched carefully by hand. Arlo had been everything. His heartbeat had been the most beautiful sound Jill had ever heard. She remembered pressing her hand to her belly and feeling the flutter of life beneath her skin. She had sung lullabies to him before he was even born. But Arlo came too early. The doctor's words had blurred together. Complications, NICU critical. For 10 days, she and her husband, Mark, had lived hour by hour, breath by breath, watching machines and hoping for miracles. They held Arlo as his tiny heart stopped. He had never opened his eyes, never cried, never laughed, but he had been loved beyond measure. Now, months later, Jill visited the nursery every day, not to mourn, but to remember. She read books aloud to the air, sang softly, and whispered to the wind, "I love you, my little star." Some days she lit a candle, some days she cried, and some days she smiled, because she had been Arlo's mother, even for just 10 days. It's hard to say where Jill Duggar stands with Dad Jim Bob today, but she didn't let her birthday pass without spending some quality time with Mom Michelle. In honor of Jill turning 34 on May 17, she celebrated by having a girls' day with her mom and sisters, including some of the youngest Duggars who are rarely seen in public since the end of 19 Kids and Counting. It looks like despite the drama the family has faced in the past, some of Jill's relationships with her siblings are still going strong. Jill posted photos on Instagram from their outing. "Birthday time with Mama and some of my sisters, plus gardening, plus free at tropical smoothies," Jill wrote in her caption. Swiping through the carousel of photos, there's one where Jill stands surrounded by her mom and some of her sisters in a nail salon. Not only were Jessa and Joanna both there to celebrate, but so were three of the youngest Duggar daughters, Johanna, Jennifer, and Josie. She shared even more of the photos on her Instagram stories. On her Instagram stories, Jill shared selfies with Joy, Jessa, and Mom Michelle. Too cute. Everyone looks so happy, which is a great sign for Jill after everything she's been through with her family over the past several years. And even though Jinger wasn't able to be there, she didn't forget to celebrate Jill on her special day. In another post on her stories, she shared that her sister, who lives across the country in California, sent her a cute gardening kit as a gift. Fans were so happy to see them all together again. The comments of Jill's post were flooded with fans leaving messages about how happy they were to see this Duggar family update, especially when it came to how much Josie, the youngest daughter of the family who is now 15, has grown. "My brain can't handle Josie being grown," one person wrote, while another commented, "Josie has gotten so grown up. I remember when the episode with her birth aired." Others simply shared how good it was to see Jill with her sisters again. "Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. Sister time is awesome." The update comes after Jill took a break from social media. Earlier this month, Jill shared that she'd be taking a break from social media to enjoy Mother's Day and her birthday, and she returned to Instagram on May 21. "It was so great being off of social media, and we also took a family RV trip during that time, which was amazing," she said. "We've been looking forward to it for a while, and so it was so nice to get away and get a little extra family time." Counting on Jinger accidentally revealed another Duggar pregnancy. There have been recent online claims suggesting that Jinger Duggar was involved in a car accident. However, these reports primarily originate from unverified sources, such as YouTube channels and social media posts, which often lack confirmation from reputable news outlets. For instance, a video titled "Breaking News: Jinger Duggar was involved in a car accident" was published on YouTube 6 days ago. but it does not provide verifiable details or official statements. As of now, there is no official confirmation or credible news reports indicating that Duggar has been involved in a car accident. It's important to approach such claims with caution and rely on trusted news sources for accurate information. If you're interested in a fictional story inspired by such scenarios, here's a short tale. Title: Duggar's Wake-Up Call. Duggar had always been known for her adventurous spirit. One sunny afternoon, while driving through the countryside, she found herself lost in thought, reflecting on her life's journey. Suddenly, a deer darted across the road. Swerving to avoid it, her car veered off the path and into a ditch. Though shaken, Duggar emerged unscathed. The incident served as a poignant reminder of life's unpredictability and the importance of staying present. She shared her experience with her followers, emphasizing the value of mindfulness and gratitude. Let me know if you'd like this story translated into Bengali, or if you're interested in more details about Duggar's life and experiences. Counting on alums Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar have been celebrating new grandkids and pregnancies in the family over the past few months. Michelle recently flew to California to welcome Duggar's third child, a baby boy named Finnegan. There are currently 2 known pregnancies in the family, but some fans think Duggar may have accidentally leaked a possible third Duggar grandbaby. Keep reading to see the discussion. Counting on, who are expecting in the Duggar family today? Jessa surprised many fans last March after revealing that she's pregnant. She uploaded a photo of her ultrasound with a caption halfway to "holding you in our arms." This confirms that the Counting On alum has kept her pregnancy a secret for quite some time, which may also explain her unusual absence from the cameras. Some Counting On fans on social media reacted to Duggar Volo's latest podcast episode, where she mentioned that her baby boy was the 37th grandchild of Jim Bob and Michelle. According to the OP, they only counted 36 so far in the family, making them wonder if Duggar accidentally leaked a secret pregnancy. Others agreed and shared some of their guesses, but many commenters think it could be a confirmation of Lauren's alleged 4th pregnancy, which surfaced earlier this year. Duggar reflects on a difficult time for her family after Josh's arrest. But as the Duggar family's profile grew and Duggar got older, she began to question some of what she had been taught. That intensified when her family faced scrutiny when Josh's abuse of several of his siblings when he was a teen was revealed, and later when he was arrested on child pornography charges in April 2021. It was not until later on, when we were walking through a lot of difficulties publicly, where one of my brothers made decisions that were very, very bad and that landed him in prison, Duggar explained. In that time, I realized people are looking at this as Christianity, but this is not what the gospel is about. Somebody needs to speak up. People were saying, if this is Christianity, I want nothing to do with it, she added. At that point, it became a matter of not allowing myself to remain silent. Duggar went on to write a book, Becoming Free Indeed, about how she came to reject the IBLP principles under which she was raised and adopt a new attitude about her Christian faith. Duggar says she hasn't spoken to Josh in years since Josh's arrest. Duggar has generally remained quiet about her brother's crimes. But after he was convicted on multiple child pornography charges in December 2021, she and her husband Jeremy Volo did issue a statement. Joy-Anna Duggar appears to shade mom Michelle for not effectively raising her 19 kids. After watching Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar raise 19 children on 19 kids and counting on, many fans have been wondering which of their children, if any, will follow in their footsteps and have an oversized family of their own. Now we know that Joy-Anna Duggar won't be one of them. And is it just us? Or did she just take a swipe at her parents in her Instagram stories for having so many kids? Joy talked about her future family plans this week. During an Instagram Q&A with fans, One of her followers asked her if she had any desire to have 19 kids like her parents did. And for Joy, it seems to be a resounding no, not 19, she wrote. I want to be able to effectively and intentionally raise for my kids for Jesus, so whatever number that is for us. Maybe 4 or 5. Now that Joy is a mom to 3 children, Gideon, Evelyn, and Gunnar, that would mean she's only going to have 1 or 2 more kids before her family with husband Austin Forsyth is complete. That's a big family in general, but not big at all compared to the environment she grew up in. Duggar critics seem to believe this was a dig at Michelle. Though Duggar critics on Reddit typically aren't big fans of the family's parenting choices, this time they're supportive of Joy deciding against having kids in the double digits. And no one seems too surprised she wouldn't want her children to have an upbringing like her own. It must hit like a truck to see her own kids get to the age where they would have started having buddies in her childhood home. It's honestly remarkable to me that all of the older girls speak so highly of Michelle, one commenter shared. Another person wrote she likely remembers the days before the TLC money came in. 19 children for anyone is not healthy and does not benefit the family. She also addressed her decision to wear pants. Another follower asked Joy about how she decided to wear pants after she and her sister were raised to only wear dresses in the name of modesty. According to her, it was a long and thoughtful decision. It might sound crazy to some of you, but we did put a lot of prayer into our decision for a couple of years because I had never worn pants before too. My husband and I were both taught that pants were immodest, she wrote, adding that she used the Bible to help make the choice. My decision wasn't one of rebellion against the way I was raised, and I don't have any bitterness because I wore skirts my whole childhood. It never held me back from doing what I wanted to do, she continued. But genuinely, I think modesty is an issue of the heart. Why do you dress the way you dress? Joy isn't the only Duggar who has made comments like this about the way she was raised. More than one of Joy's siblings has chosen to raise their own children in a very different way from how their parents approached it, but no one has been more outspoken than her big sister, Jill. In her memoir, Counting the Cost, Jill opened up about looking back on her childhood as an adult who has walked away from the family's very conservative religion, the Institute in Basic Life Principles. Only now can I look back and see things clearly, like the way IBLP fostered a culture of manipulation and abuse, the fact that Pops eventually put the show above his children, or the toll it took on my own mental health.